Thank you. First of all, I would like to thank for being part of this panel. And it is a pleasure to share the discussion with His Excellency. And the idea that he presented is quite relevant for Macedonia. I will begin with, and to add, I'm part of the joint commission with Bulgaria, so we have many commissions, and that reflects our position as state, as a nation regarding the whole constellations and involving history as you mentioned, as a political aspects and a political instrument achieving political and nationalistic goals. I will begin with a quote from Cyril Mengo, who mentioned he was the famous Byzantinist who had a quote of distorting mirror. So history is a distorting mirror is something that when historian interpret things in the past, he also distorts his own reflection, his own identity. So yes, the role of the historians is very much difficult and important and influenced by the politics. And yeah, in a way, we cannot be apart from the politics, as I mentioned before. So what Dalibor said concerning the comparison between Macedonia and the case of Macedonia regarding history and Bulgaria and Russia vis-a-vis Ukraine, I will just add that, yeah, there is a tendency of using or abusing narratives to achieve political goals, but at the same time to reflect the past into modern times. What I'm having in mind is that both Putin, in his famous article, reflected that Ukrainians are not Ukrainians, but Russians, ever since the Middle Ages. And we have the same topics and the same thesis by our neighbors, neighboring country, Bulgaria. So the fundamental issue is how can we speak about history if we are framed within the political context. I'm speaking about especially a case of Macedonia, because we had also discussions previously during the Yugoslav times between Macedonian representatives and Bulgarian state representatives, and when we are reading this, we have the same impression that nothing changed in a way, because even though it was one of my research that concerning the Tsar Samuel, who was famous emperor in this area, he was presented by Bulgaria as Bulgarian and by Macedonians as Macedonian because he was part of this heritage. He had established his state in the western part of Macedonia and so on. Ohrid as a cradle of his political ideological program. But what was very interesting to see is during that time there was a film, a Neretva, which had a script of the director which spoke about the wounded soldiers, and they were termed as Macedonian soldiers, reflecting the past of Tsar Samuel. So there was a huge diplomatic quarrel from Bulgaria to Yugoslavia at that time, and even involving Russia, Soviet Union, to stop the film because of the very script that was, just one sentence of the movie. The movie itself was finished, and presented it, and one was the most famous movie in Yugoslav history, film history. But it is a symbol of how history is used in the political negotiations or diplomatic context. So how can we resolve this? As you mentioned, Germany is one of the best examples of openness towards their own history. And as Dalibor said, there are quite good examples of pragmatic work of the Commission, like German-Polish Commission, German-French Commission. But what we have now as commissions, it's not the same. Actually, it's framed within the strict political agenda of accepting the narrative of the others, of the other nation, if you want to be part of the European family. So maybe your initiative would help in a way to be more open toward discussion about this issue, especially when we're speaking about historians, not historia without borders. Is different because historians can move, can travel, and historia within the state is static, more static than historians. So I can only say that your initiative is very much welcome, and to resolve or to hear each other, not to impose someone other's opinion or narratives of other nation towards the other nation only because the other nation is not so powerful as it is. So this is my impression. Thank you.